What if the guy from 365 Days kidnaps me? Hello, everyone. If you are new here, I'm Mimi. What's up? If you're not new here, you already know what's T. So I don't even need to introduce myself. So I have some big life updates. I'm moving to a new state. I'm starting a new job. I'm in the middle of my master's degree. I'm thinking about my future career. I'm thinking about starting a business. And my personal relationships are evolving. If you've ever felt like you are in the middle of a transition or you're trying to start new, you are not alone in this, sis. You are not alone. So let's talk about all of it. Maybe you'll relate, maybe you'll have some advice, or maybe you could just be nosy and look into my life and my thought process on things. But, anyways, let's get right into it. So, first, I am moving from Alabama to Pennsylvania. Look, I I'm excited for the journey. I know it's going to be a lot, but I am so excited for the journey. I'm moving to Pennsylvania to be with my man. My man is from Brooklyn. Brooklyn's expensive, so we're trying to get to Philly, and Philly's like it's like an hour and some change away, so it's not too bad. I'm definitely ready to start a new chapter of my life. I'm excited and scared for change because Alabama is all I know. I have traveled to other states and other places. I've been to Canada and things, but like my city is all I know. That's where I was born and raised. So it's a lot, but I'm excited for the change. I'm definitely gonna miss my family, but I'm definitely gonna also visit them as much as I can, like literally as much as I can. And they are more than welcome to come visit me as well. I honestly can't wait to be a Philly girl. We spent a couple of days there and I really like the vibes. A lot of people were telling me it's very dangerous there, and I'm just like, it's dangerous everywhere. My city that I currently live in is dangerous. But I'm just like, you shouldn't stop danger from letting you live your life, because I'm like, you could be in Walmart and somebody just coming in shooting up the place. You never know. So like, you still got to get your groceries though, right? Exactly. You can't just stop that from letting you live your life. So I'm gonna just pray to the Most High as I always do, and I'm gonna be fine. Period. So next I got a new remote job. Y'all, I have been trying to get a remote job for years. I have been applying on and off to jobs, and I finally got one. I'm going to be doing tech support for a company, and I'm super excited about that. I start tomorrow, which y'all will probably see this video later, but I start on Monday the 31st. The pay for the job is a teeny bit lower than what I'm used to, but I'm also thinking about the fact that I won't have to drive anywhere, so that's like less gas I have to spend every week. And I'm just excited for the challenge. That company also has opportunities for raises, so who knows, by next year I might be making the same amount of money I'm making now. Plus, I feel like if I don't like the job, I can always just keep it until I find something new. And for now, I'm going to be doing the remote job and keeping my regular delivery driver job at night. So the remote job is like 8 to 5, and then my delivery job is like 6 to 9 ish. And I know I'm going to be tired, but it's just for the next like 3 weeks. So I think I can push through. But yeah, I start tomorrow, and as SpongeBob says, I'm ready. So I'm midway through my master's program in marriage and family therapy. I recently did my residency with Capella University for the marriage and family therapy master's program, and it was awesome. I had the best time. I thought I would be so scared and so nervous. I was scared at first because it kind of makes you like open up and speak up when you're not really used to speaking up. And I am very outgoing when it comes to friendships, but when it comes to just regular everyday things, it's kind of hard for me to speak up. I met some amazing girlies while I was there. It was such a good time. It was so much fun. And my professor was also amazing. He looks like John Travolta, y'all. He was so awesome, and he was very talkative, and I love that. I love people that talk. I learned while I was there that I definitely want to get into the Gottman theory and help couples bring spark and love back into their relationships. And just to let you know about what the Gottman theory is, the Gottman method is an approach to couples therapy that includes a thorough checkup of the couple's relationship and integrates research based interventions. The goals of the Gottman method are to disarm conflicting verbal communication, increase intimacy, respect, and affection, remove barriers that create a feeling of stagnancy, and create a heightened sense of empathy and understanding within the context of the relationship. I will insert a link to the website that I got all the information from. But that's basically, Gottman is all about love. He's like the love doctor. And basically want to dip into his theory for like the type of therapy that I want to practice. This program has definitely gave me like a lot of tools that I could work with in my relationships. I often find myself like therapeuting other people. So it's just kind of funny learning all these things. I feel as if I communicate more and I try out different things, and specifically with like my current relationship with my boyfriend, we do homework. I'll give him like a little worksheet or something, and we like exchange back and forth, and like we get it going because we want to make sure we have the best relationship that we can have. This is exciting. Although it's exciting trying to be a therapist and stuff, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of time and effort. Um, you try to balance school and work and trying to have a social life and spend time with your loved ones. It is a lot. But for now, I'm only taking one class per quarter, so it's not too bad. But I do plan to change to at least two classes per quarter once I get my life situated, and that way I can finish the program a bit faster, so I'm not taking forever to do it. But the way that I'm handling balancing it all now is I'm doing about 2 hours. Um, I take a few days out of the week and take about 2 hours during those days and just devote it to my schoolwork, whether it's doing discussion posts, whether it's writing a paper, whether it's reading. I just devote it straight to my schoolwork. So that's how I'm balancing it all now. Now let's talk about marriage and kids. I want to get married. Do not get me wrong. I want to get married, but I'm scared. And not scared to the point where I'm like, if my boyfriend asked me to marry him today, I would say no, because I want to be with him forever. I'm scared of divorce. I think that's, and I know everybody's gonna be like, you can't be scared of divorce if you want to get married. I know, but like once I get married, I want that to be the only time I get married. I don't want to continuously, like, I don't want to get married, divorce, married, divorce, married, divorce. I don't want to keep doing that. My brain is always like, what if we cheat on each other? What if we fall out of love with each other? What if the guy from 365 days kidnaps me? Like things. I feel like those are very important questions. But on the other hand, I'm like, girl, just vibe. Just vibe. Just rock with it. The man love you. You love him. Stop all this. And on the subject of kids, I know I don't want kids. I know for a fact I don't want kids, but I'm scared of not having kids because when I get old and lonely, like I just feel like I'm gonna be alone. And I'm not saying just because you have kids don't mean you're necessarily gonna have your kids around when you're old and lonely. But I ain't gonna even have no kids threatening to throw me in the nursing home. Like, but I am thinking of maybe being a foster parent one day. Definitely thinking about adopting one day and adopting an older child because I feel like older children don't get adopted as much. So that's my stance on marriage and kids and where I see everything going with my current relationship now. Like I want to marry the man. I love him down, but I'm so scared. Do y'all struggle with the concept of marriage and kids? And how do you feel about it? How do y'all feel about marriage? How do you feel about kids? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Um, and as far as my future career goals and business ideas, when I finish my degree, I really hope that I can work in someone else's practice for a while and then get off into my own practice. I also want to do telehealth, which is online therapy. But that can be a bit difficult when it comes to couples. But like in the perfect world, I want my own office and I want to fully work with couples. And utilize the theories of Gottman, of course, and even get into some intimacy therapy, which deals with like the touchy feely part of relationships. So yeah, I definitely want to get into that. I'm also thinking of starting a business within this year, next year. I'm not gonna tell y'all about necessarily what it is. If you're like a close friend of mine, you already know, but I'm not gonna tell everybody. I definitely have concepts of a business. I'm definitely gonna do a test run of the business though before I completely just delve into it. If you get what I mean, like I'm gonna do like a few products, see how that goes, and then I'm gonna like fully launch. You get what I'm saying? But that is all of the updates that I have for you guys. A lot of things are happening for me, and I honestly don't know how to feel. It's honestly a little stressful, but once I get to the other side, I know I'm gonna be thankful that I'm doing all these things. And I'm very proud of myself, y'all. I'm doing everything that was on my vision board already. Like I'm basically doing it all. This phase of my life feels like a mix of excitement and uncertainty, and I know I'm probably not the only one going through this. So I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever made a big move? Um, do you have any thoughts of starting a business? Have you ever struggled with the idea of marriage and kids? Drop a comment and let's talk about it. And if you want to keep following my journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do have a series going on called Becoming Her. I haven't posted on it in a little bit, but it is a series that I got going on. I'll be sharing more about what I learned in school. If y'all, I don't know if y'all would be interested in that, but I could. I'll be sharing more life updates and maybe even business ideas as my business takes shape. I'm also want to be doing I'm also going to be doing a few moving videos like packing. So let me know if y'all want to see if y'all want to see moving stuff. I don't know. But I love you guys and I will catch y'all in my next one. Mwah.